The verse and intro groove go like this. So here in this verse pattern, and also the same pattern that we play at the very intro to the song, is this nice and, like I say, steady locked groove that we have, okay? We're playing eighth notes on the hi-hat, backbeat snare, of course, because we're in 6/8, that is on beat 4, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have a 2-bar cycle with our kick. The first bar is just on beat 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Second bar, 1, 2, and 3. Okay? 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have that syncopation there, and that's going to be even more prevalent in the chorus pattern that we look at. Okay? So now let's put these 2 bars together, and then we'll take a look at some of the ghost notes we can add there as well. Okay? So both bars, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. So we want that to be really tight and nice and locked, and then also have a slight difference in dynamic from the intro to where we play it in the verse. You'll notice that I had the hats slightly open in the intro and the interlude, and then tight and trying to get them crisper in the verse, okay? Then from there, the ghost notes, pretty much what we do and what we often do, okay, if you've seen some of these lesson tutorials before when we talk about ghost notes, is they're on the offbeat 16th notes, okay? Again, we're in 6/8, so the numbers are 8th notes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 16ths here we count as ands. And so what we have there really is in the spaces kind of after or before the backbeat is the easiest way to think about where we play these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 1. Right? So the and of 5 and the and of 6, it's after the backbeat. We don't have to try and, do a double stroke or like a ghost note and then a pull up. We're just playing our backbeat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 1. And just kind of letting those drop nice and light on the head, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 1. You'll also see that that same ghost note pattern is going to come in use for the chorus pattern. But first, let me play this verse groove for you slowly. Practice that along with the loops, and let's check out our chorus pattern. The chorus pattern goes like this. So here in the chorus, we kind of extend the pattern or extend the idea that we had in the verse. So we have very similar things happening. We're playing 8th notes, okay, this time on the ride instead of the hat. We have the kind of 2 against 3, 1, 2, and 3 rhythm happening in a few places. We also play it in the snare at one point. And then we have some of those 16th note ghost notes now also move between the snare and the hi-hat sometimes, okay? So a really great creative use of these similar ideas. And I like that, like I said, it's kind of an extension. We have the verses like, pattern A or idea A, and then the chorus is like an extension of that, kind of taking from those ideas and drawing them out, expounding on them, if you will, okay, a little bit further, as the song lyrics do in the chorus, okay? I think that's a really cool thematic thing that's happening there. And so let's break this down, okay? Before we do any ghost notes, let's take a look at the full cycle. So similar to the verse groove, the first part we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, those are our first 2 bars. And here in the chorus, we're on a 4-bar cycle. We've gone from a 2-bar cycle to a 4-bar cycle. 8th notes on the ride, backbeat on the snare. Here's our first 2 bars a little bit slower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Then bars 3 and 4, okay, we have this 1, 2, and 3 kind of at every stage in a way. And so the first bar, we have 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so now we have it in the second part of the bar on the snare drum. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. And so in a way, what's cool is we're having two kicks. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? Ga, 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 ga. Two snares, sorry. Two kicks, two snares. Care is when you play a snare and kick together, right? Of course, naturally. And then we're playing eighth notes here. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then in our final bar, we do very similar there, except now we play the 5 and 6 on our kick again. Okay? So the final bar, the fourth bar, is this. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? Both bars together, bars 3 and 4, and then we'll do all four together. This is from bar 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1. And then all four bars, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1. Okay, so there is our full 4-bar phrase. And quickly before we do ghost notes, the other thing to note is that every second time we play this full phrase, okay, in the final bar, instead of the 4, 5, and 6, okay, the snare and the kick, we do a little fill, which could be something as simple as 4, 5, and 6, and, okay, or 4 and 5 and 6 and 1. You can either play 4 16th notes starting on beat 5 or 6 16th notes starting on the backbeat. Just make sure you're ready, right? 1, 2, and 3, 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 with how you want to orchestrate those 16th notes. Okay, speaking of 16th notes, you see what we did there? Nice little segue. Let's take a look at these ghost notes. So again, very similar or the same idea as the verse pattern. We're playing the offbeat 16ths in our non-lead hand, okay? And here we're either playing them on the snare or the hi-hat. And I would say you can almost use them interchangeably. You can be creative with where you play these, okay? So in our first bar, we have this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 1, okay? So 5 and 6 and again, just now played on the hi-hat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 1. Then we have, again, 5 and 6 and played on the snare. Honestly, sometimes between the snare and the hi-hat, one in each, like 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 1. Okay? And then you can use them, again, as you see fit in the third and fourth bars as well. Okay? 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 1. Great. Now let me play this whole pattern for you slowly. Practice that along with the loops, and I really hope that you enjoy playing this song.